This is Steve Hayes for EPRA in London for EPRA's annual conference. I have with me here Alex Otto, Chief Executive for Germany's ECE Group. How do you see the outlook for the European retail and office development sector at the moment?
Well, I think development will continue to be somewhat slow in the next year, of course. In times of difficult economic times, development always has it the hardest. I think there'll be a lot of investments, so especially in existing good assets, and that market will continue to be strong.
And which do you feel are the best markets and the worst markets in Europe at the moment for?
Of course, mainly it's probably more of a question of which markets can you do development in at all and which can't, where you can't do development. Germany certainly is a market where new assets can be developed. I guess very big stable markets, Austria, France is certainly possible. Will be more difficult in Southern Europe at the moment. For one, the demand isn't there, and also financing is difficult to obtain at this point.
Do you think that situation in Southern Europe will extend for a long time?
I think so, because countries will have to deal with their debt issues, and I think it will take a while to get out of it. Especially in our sector, the retail sector, I think this will be very difficult because retailers will be under pressure, also in existing assets, and they will cut down their expansion plans.
On your website, you take exception to the bad press that inner city shopping centres sometimes get. How do you think shopping centre development can contribute to the dynamism and development of a city?
I think it can be extremely helpful, and I guess the criticism of these downtown shopping centers is rather a German phenomenon. I know that in the United States a lot of cities even give a lot of subsidies so that developers invest in the inner cities. Now, of course, if you want your retail structure is changing, new formats are expanding, and very often within historical structures you can't even really bring or accommodate all these different formats. So an inner city shopping center has the chance to really provide you with the space to really have all formats with strong drawing power within a city. For example, like a big electronics market or a big supermarket can't be accommodated in historic buildings. You bring a lot of parking also to the downtown, which helps. And in addition, we do a lot of marketing in each city and try to really market the whole downtown of the city so that synergies happen between the downtowns and the shopping centers.
Alex, a few years ago, your family made an investment in US REIT, Developers Diversified Realty Trust. How has that deal turned out?
Yeah, if you follow the stock prices, it can be seen that has turned out extremely well. The stock price has appreciated a lot, almost quadrupled since that time, and I guess generally the whole sector improved a lot in the United States as companies were deleveraging and having clearer strategies.
And did you find the experience in the States very different from Germany and Europe?
Certainly, in the markets were not so much under pressure in Europe. I think generally also the possibility to obtain credit in 2008 was extremely limited in the United States. However, it changed also very quickly. In Europe, the credit markets remained open, especially for existing assets throughout 2008, and that's why public companies had also suffered during the crisis. The stock prices were not hit as hard.
And ECE itself, where do you see the big growth opportunities for your company in the next year?
For us, we really want to increase our asset base we have under management. Currently, we have 18.5 billion euro assets under management. We want to extend this. I think there's a lot of need for very professional asset and property managers, especially on the retail side. We see there's a lot of concentration in the market, and especially in more difficult economic times, there really is a lot of expertise needed, and that's something that we can provide to institutional investors.
Alex, thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
For this and other industry interviews, please go to epra.com or REIT.com.